Muli po Ken Pangilinan, Coach Mike Perez, Andrea Andicio at courtside. And Basilan leading by the slimmest of margins. You see the quarter scoring very tight, 14-14 in the first, 23-21 for Basilan in quarter number 2, and then Gensan making a fight back here in the third. Briefly took the lead on that three-point shot by Mark Cruz, but that shot by Gab Dagangon at the end of the period, giving the lead right back para dito sa Basilan.
I felt start of the third quarter, it was actually more of Basilan, but you know, the Warriors really came back with that change on the ploy of, you know, going to the post plays. Nice drive by Joel Liu.
Getting away from the defense, Joel Liu.
Joel Liu won't give you so much points, pero yung timing ng puntos niya, no?
Renzo Navarro. Kabagnot to Gab Dagangon. Rising up over CJ Gonzalez. Left that one short. Marwin Junicio with Mark Cruz, CJ Gonzalez, Larry Rodriguez, and Joel Liu. Rodriguez with a catch. Pass to Marwin Junicio. Launches and puts in a three.
When I lamented about the absence of the weak side action and a post split, that is the very first time we've seen shooters relocate. You saw Mark Cruz going to the ball and getting that flare over the other end is Marwin Junicio. And you've got your shooters located outside and you got a good post player in Larry locating them, you got a good chance.
Forcing the hand of Coach Rich Alvarez. They're down by 4, 62-58. Marwin Junicio and Nico Elorde with 14 points each for the Gensan Warriors in game number 2, coming up with big plays in the fourth period and in the overtime frames. Junicio, only his 5th point, his first field goal conversion, but a timely free gives them this 4-point cushion. Nico Elorde on the bench. Not really the best of games para kay Nico Elorde. Only 1 point, but his teammates have picked up the slack. Kabagnot drives right, jump stops and puts in that shot. Kabagnot with 14 points.
Pagalingan na to ng mga players on the floor at certain instances. Sure, you talk about schemes, but at the end of the day, it's how these players perform and finish their offense and defense on one end. Marwin misses his another three.
Kabagnot, Joel Liu, Larry Rodriguez, all hitting the deck.
And you like the compete in both these teams. And regardless who comes out the winner here, this is one of the best played series so far in this first round.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, Ken. Bihira kang bigyan ng puntos ni Joel Liu. Hindi malakihan niya, pero yung timing ng kanya mga basket, yung 3-pointers niya in game number 3, even that potential game winner in the second overtime, if Jervy didn't make that shot in the end for Basilan.
Mark Cruz got whacked there while coming off that screen.
He's trying to do what's called a snug screen, where, you know, it's a very close screen na hindi komportable yung defender. At that time around, ayaw mabit ni Renzo, kaya na-foul niya.
Junicio posting up Alex Kabagnot. Pump fake. Got Kabagnot up in the air. And Junicio giving Alex Kabagnot a dose of his own medicine. Able to draw that foul.
Well, that was a good fake though by Marwin Junicio. And for really the most part in this game, he's really, as soon as he gets that feet set, he goes up and rises for that shot. This is one of the few times in this game, to my recall, that he actually went to that pump fake before going for a shot. Kaya napeke niya dun si Alex Kabagnot.
Marwin Junicio, massive double-double in game number 2, 14 and 11. Gets the friendly bounce on the second free throw. Prosperman Flores of the Gensan Warriors. Gensan. Again, a lower seed in the South Division playoffs, trying to duplicate that feat. Last season, Jervy Cruz was a part of that, but he misses that free. They've been going to this play time and time again. Cruz overshooting the mark. Mpbl, a missing lick today. Only 2 points. Now he fires. Still no go. Cabagnot with offensive rebound. Cavaro back to Cabagnot. Concepcion to a cutting Mpbl finds Jervy Cruz. Umalog palabas yung kanyang tres.
Mpbl really has that knack of locating teammates on the weak side. That was a beautiful ball reversal after a 45 cut.
Larry to a cutting. Mark Cruz able to score in the paint.
Mark Cruz, at least for those last 2 to 3 possessions, has actually outplayed Renzo Navarro.
Mark Cruz with 12. Again, coming alive here in the fourth. Liu with a foul. This is game brought to you by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit.
See that beautiful pass right there. Once again, getting beat. And that paint action. And Mark Cruz is gassed. He has to be subbed.
Jimboy Pasturan comes in as well as Eloy Tan. Sabay sila pumasok dito. Jackson Corpus also in the fray. Stepping back for three. Jimboy Pasturan, it will roll out. 66-60, Gensan with a 6-point lead. Same play. Corpus hits a foul against Jervy Cruz.
And you like that now, it's actually Jack Corpus that's doing that post-action and allowing shooters to relocate from the perimeter. And, you know, you even have that little dive by CJ Gonzalez that's also going to be available. So it's either the threes, the dive, the weak side dive, and then, of course, that single coverage solo post-up involving Jack Corpus.
Not sure what they were trying to review there, but Jervy Cruz tagged with a foul. 2 shots for Jackson Corpus. Missed his last 2 free throws. Jackson Corpus working on another double-double. 12 points, 8 rebounds after that free throw. Gensan pulling ahead here, up by 7. Pasok, dalawang free throw, 8 out of 10 from the line. Jackson Corpus. 68-60. Basilan being outscored here by 9 as we approach the 6-minute mark of the 4th period. It's their time to play catch-up. Corpus whistled for that foul. Corpus with his 3rd personal foul.
Yeah, that's number 3 on him.
(68-60). Pasturan, slight Hesse, drives, earning himself 2 free throws after getting fouled.
And I like that read by Jimboy Pasturan, immediately seeing that, you know, Eloy Tan was already on his heels, backpedaling. He was heading to the paint and he really just went at it.
First free throw is good for Jimboy Pasturan. Mintis yung pangalawa. Liu. Sa poste, Jackson Corpus. Corpus got rejected. Tapigan ng bola. Cabagnot could not catch it. 3-point shot by Marwin Junicio, who has come alive here in the second half. 10 na ang lamang ng Gensan Warriors. Cabagnot, short. That was a good look.
In the fourth quarter of game number 2, they made 5 3-points. Speaking of Basilan Star Horse. And right now, with Sherwin Concepcion being cold, somebody's got to make those shots.
Basilan missing their attempts here in the fourth. The well has gone dry for the Basilan Star Horse.
And you have to remember, Ken, in that last win by the Basilan Star Horse against the Warriors, they made 17 3-point makes, the most this season in any game that they played. And so far, it's been tough. And Jack Corpus understands downhill action. Once he got to draw Jervy, went at it and tried to claim that paint action for his advantage.
Peruta comes in. Tolentino also about to check in para dito sa Gensan Warriors.
Someone, you got to find Sherwin Concepcion now. You got to set him up. In the first half, he was shooting roughly about 60% from 3. And so you got to start to find him.
I feel like Basilan needs to settle down here.
Basilan has had 6 attempts from 3 this quarter, and none of them have been converted.
2 for 2 at the line. Timeout. Basilan. The parents of Nico Ilorde here in attendance as Basilan trails by 12. We'll be back after this timeout.
Siyempre, ayaw pa namin magpahinga eh. Ayaw pa namin mag-break. So game 3. Bibigyan namin yung best namin para makuha yung game 3. Gusto ko yung physical ng gano'n eh. So, minsan doon tayo nakukuha sa laro eh. So, okay naman sa akin, wala nang mag-flip. Wag lang mag-extend yung mga extra necessary mga... So, hindi naman natin kailangan yung mga... Body lang.
Jackson Corpus, di ko alam kung binaliktad yung headband o nagpalit, pero 15 points, 10 rebounds. Efficient shooting from the line, 83.3%.
Kung ano man yung binaliktad niya, gumana.
16-3 run by the Gensan Warriors here in the fourth period. Can Basilan recover? Ball poked loose by Marwin Junicio, who's been making the big time plays here.
And boy, that moment when he started being aggressive in taking shots, I felt that was the difference making for Marwin as he continued his efforts on the defensive side as well.
Aaron Heruta trying to shake off Adi Santos, the lob inside, but they will not get it off in time. 3:41 left here in regulation.
With season on the line and under 4 minutes remaining, I say you gotta go to Alex Cabagnot right now and make him be the primary decision maker where this offense will go.
Alex got 2 defenders up in the air, and he was able to draw a foul against Marwin Junicio. 4th foul against Marwin Junicio.
And really just Alex Cabagnot understanding, yung status ng kanyang defender. Maybe tough to go up against Marwin Junicio, but understanding he's already got 3 fouls, puts that ball on the floor and challenges that defense.
Gensan will use their challenge on that last foul call. Let's see if they're right here, Coach Elvis and the rest of the Gensan Warriors. Their challenge, the result coming up in just a bit when we return.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful.
Successful challenge by Coach Elvis. It's a foul. Junicio was the one who got tagged with the foul there.
I don't know about that. Maybe, previous to that shot attempt, there might have been that foul, but if that whistle got blown on that shot attempt by Alex, I don't think that was enough to merit a foul.
Let's check in again with Andrea.
For many, Alex Cabagnot is the backbone of Basilan, but for him, it's not the case. One of the many things you would admire with Alex isn't just how he plays, but how he treats and sees his teammates. In his words, we're equally valuable. I need them just as much as they need me. Aminado rin siya that since the schedule of games is really tight, recovery is also something to consider. But then again, to be fair, sabi nga ni Alex, it's the playoffs. Everybody is tired. Pero the irony of it, every time they're inside, parang hindi naman sila pagod. Ken and Coach Mike.
Thank you so much, Andrea. But certainly, they're being tested here. Down by 11. Cabagnot with 15 points. I think, syempre, bine-mention ni Andrea, yung physical fatigue, but the mental toll. Oh, Mark Cruz! The improbable free!
Oh my goodness. That is what? His fourth triple on 8 shot attempts, and Alex goes to work again. Ito na yung mga instances, Ken. I'm sure Alex is wishing that he had Arvid Santos next to him because he needs that second guy to work up with him on the floor. What a shot!
Play of the game brought to you by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit, your game, your chance, your thrill, only with 747 Live.
Ang tinatawag na shooter ka na, swerte ka pa.
Alex hitting the first free throw. Mark Cruz only had 2 points in the first half. We talked about how the production was missing from the backcourt in the first 2 quarters. As Cabagnot sinks in both this time. But guys like Mark Cruz, Marvin Junicio coming alive here in the second half.
I'd like to think that it's all because of that improved perimeter activity off ball when they got that ball on the post. Kay Larry Rodriguez, that really got their shooters involved and allowed them to pick their spots, especially on the ball reversal. Here we go again, same thing.
Cabagnot hits the deck. Oh, sorry, Joey Liu hits the deck after seemingly colliding with Alex Cabagnot.
Review of the last play, players on the court. Please proceed to your respective benches and observe the rubber bench.
Well, Joel Leo was trying to give a little screen to allow that cut the other way, and Alex was trying to fight through it. And he's holding on to his left side. Pero I'd like to see that again because considering kung gaano katibay ang katawan nito ni Joel Liu, that should just be a regular foul. Yeah, and he knew that Alex was coming and he was ready for that contact. So that's just a regular foul.
Both teams
And so Hassan replacing team player
over the limit. Joel Liu will be tested at the line.
So this is where you really would have to admire and be at awe on the resilience of the Gensan Warriors in game number 2. They at this point, 4 minutes in, they were down 20, I think, right, in the fourth quarter, and they were trying to keep chipping away.
Joel Liu hits the free throw, still perfect. 3 out of 3. 5 points for Liu.
And this addition of Joel Liu this season for the Gensan Warriors has provided that extra edge in terms of defense to play alongside Nico Ilorde. And even if Nico does not play well and goes to the bench, he could be that other enforcer for Coach Elvis on the guard spot itong si Joel Liu.
Cabagnot single-handedly trying to will Basilan back.
And without Sherwin Concepcion, and those made threes, they in this quarter have not made a 3-point attempt or shot rather. They're all out of 6 from beyond. And it's really just been downhill paint action or free throws for Basilan.
Nag-stall na yung offense nila dito eh. The ball movement, which has been so successful for them all season long, has been virtually non-existent here in the fourth.
Agree.
And Cabagnot missing another free throw. It's been a struggle for him in that department all season long as well. Around the 60s in terms of percentage at the line. 5 out of 7 today. He makes the second one. 77-65. Coach Mike Sagingit is at home here in Parañaque.
Oh, definitely he's at home. And all the banners that you see right here on the rafters, of course, courtesy of the leadership and the coaching of Coach Mike Sagingit for the Sea Lions.
Down to the last 2 minutes. Mark Cruz left it short, got back his own miss. Gensan clinging on to this 12-point lead. Mark Cruz. No. Another rebound by the Warriors.
And that's where they've been really good at. In the first half, it was actually a number that we alluded to, that the Basilan Star Horse has done a good job of taking over, especially on second chance opportunities and offensive rebounds. But the comeback of the Gensan Warriors has proven once again that they play with a lot of intensity and a lot of motivation in the second half.
The Basilan Star Horse on the brink of elimination, staring at a 14-point deficit. Mark Cruz, who struggled both in games 1 and 2, coming up big here in game number 3. The pass inside. Gonzalez misses, and it's a shot clock violation. Ball did not hit the rim.
And so with this impending win, Ken, they're going up against Quezon.
Dixer, great move of the game, born for greatness. Rodriguez with the layup, pushing the lead up to 14.
Ganda ng pocket pass na yun, and hats off to Alex Cabagnot. He really, for the most part, early in the season, his minutes were managed. They were trying to pace him, but come the big games here in the playoffs, you know, his numbers and minutes have been up, playing close to 30 minutes per game, scoring, rebounding, assisting, leading, doing all the other stuff. And that much you really have to admire from an Alex Cabagnot for the Star Horse.
Curiously though, last season, Parañaque, when they were the number 5 seed, they were able to beat number 4 Zamboanga on the road. They traveled to Zamboanga and beat them. And the Gensan Warriors duplicating that feat here. They were the lower seed for the second consecutive season and able to outlast Basilan, holding them to just 9 points here.
Well, congratulations, Mark. Nagpakita ka in this game. Undoubtedly, you were making your cuts, making your shots. Pero ang pinakamaganda dito, mukhang may kaakibat kang swerte with that peculiar 3-point shot na parang kahit ikaw nagulat.
Hindi ko na rin talaga inasa more shoot yun. Sabi ko nga, nakita ko lang shot clock, 2 seconds. Wala lang ibang gagawin, kundi tira na lang yun.
Also, Mark, let's go back to game 1 and 2. Medyo nag-struggle ka dun sa games na yon. Yun ba yung nag-influence din sa mas maganda mong performance today?
Yes. Feeling ko, wala akong na-contribute nung game 1 and 2. So, mindset ko lang, bumawi lang. Pag ginamit ako, bawi lang. Kung ano yung the usual Mark Cruz. So, ginawa ko lang yung best ko.